Hi, you might not remember me, but I am Chris Pritchard, and this is the Chris Pritchard Cycling News Show. First up in the news, well, there's a new show, so that's kind of fairly big news, isn't it? Yay, new show's back. Apologies, things have been a bit busy at CyclingHub. We've got lots going on behind the scenes at the minute, so apologies, but let's get into the news and find out what's been going down in the cycling world. And I guess a lot of it is going to be virtual news. Oosh. So it seemed lockdown was easing, right? It seemed that everybody's back out on their bikes. No one really is paying that much interest to indoor cycling. But over the weekend, not only did we see a race from Team Ineos, which was
I can tell you that one of the early moves has come from Rowan Dennis, the winner last time, riding in team number 4. There he is, with one rider doing his very, very level best to get away with him, and that is Jonathan Castroviejo. It looks as though it is the time trialists who've gone out away. And behind, the bunch has settled at around a 45-second gap. Rowan Dennis on track to do it again. He has 10 seconds of a gap on Pavel Sivakov. His teammate Ben Swift and the Dutchman Dylan van Baarle are all riding on behind. The meters tick away, 600 to go after 42.8 kilometers, and still Rowan Dennis puts out that power. Still he pedals on, still going at over 50 kilometers per hour. Just one left turn to go, and it looks as though nobody's going to get near him.
It's another boring time trial from Rowan Dennis. Rowan Dennis should be banned from Zwift. I don't know if he's gaming the system or he's just too good at it. He's too good at it. That's the problem. So Rowan Dennis just soloed away and did another boring Zwift time trial training session for himself. It was all right. Swifty finished second. Yay. It was a Yorkshire course. But like I say, probably the wrong time of year now. Everybody's focused so much about getting back outside that, I mean, some people watched it. Obviously, some people enjoyed it. In fact, if you did, let me know in the comments down below. But I don't know. I don't know how indoor cycling and the entertainment of it is going to work during the summer period, even when, you know, there is no racing going on. The other race that happened involved another Team Ineos rider in Chris Froome. He raced Kevin Peterson along with, like, I'm going to say 12 other celebrities. There were loads of people in this. And essentially, it was a hare and hounds race. Froome started at the back of the pack. And he just, well, his aim was to try and beat Kevin Peterson and get to the front. Turns out, Sporty Spice is a fairly decent cyclist. She stayed away for quite a while in that race, ultimately getting caught within maybe like a K, 2K to go.
He's not taking any prisoners at all as he reels back in the Flying Spice Girl, heading into the last 1,400 metres. The big question, what's happened to Chris Froome? He's 4 seconds adrift of these two.
This is incredible stuff. Kevin Peterson, my prediction is if he wins this, he will be unbearable. This doesn't even bear thinking about. A Peterson victory for the rest of the group is absolutely unacceptable.
Well, he's an advocate for the welfare of conservation of endangered animals in South Africa. That's because we've got the rhino emoticon there. But what's he going to do here? Is he going to play fair? 1 kilometre to go. Froome back in the mix. Another little bit of a drag. Peterson, Chisholm, Froome, Chisholm, Peterson. Who is it going to be? We've got 920 metres to go. Froome goes over the top, Ramesh.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible stuff.
Well, Froome has taken a fly, goes straight over the top of Kevin Peterson. Has Froome gone too early? It's a bit of a downhill section. Then for the last 400 metres, the road just picks up all the way to the finish line in about 100 metres time, Ramesh. Chris Froome will be able to see the line, but has he gone too early? Peterson at 4 seconds, Melanie C at 5. It looks like Froome has got this in the bag.
Has Darren Goff left it too late? I think he might have done.
It'd have been a bit disappointing if Froome had not won that, don't you think? He's a bloody professional cyclist. This lot, mere amateurs. But again, that was much more entertaining than simply the Team Ineos race. And I think what Zwift are getting wrong is they think big names in the professional peloton are going to draw people in to watch Zwift. But I don't think that's the case. No one really is that entertained by watching Rowan Dennis smash himself to pieces in a one-up time trial against everybody else. It's just a standard time trial, isn't it? It's not one-up. time trial. But you know what I mean, like a solo time trial rather than racing with the pack. But there, you had various different celebrities of various different abilities, and it was just good fun to see them race and put themselves through the mill. Professional cyclists put themselves through the mill on a daily basis. That's what their job is to do. Put a professional cyclist in front of a camera and say, right, present, like we did with Kirsty Gallagher, but the other way around. And it'll be entertaining because they won't have a bloody clue what to do. Do you know what I mean? But let me know what you think on these two races. The Team Ineos race and the Celebrity Chase race with Kevin Peterson and Chris Froome. Did you enjoy them? Or do we need to wait till the end of the year now for things like that? If we are waiting till the end of the year, big problems for the next story, as the ASO have announced that there is going to be a Tour de France in the virtual world. So a couple of days ago, it was announced that the race organiser ASO have agreed a deal with Zwift to host a virtual Tour de France made up of 6 stages, which will take place across the 3 weekends during the Tour's original dates, beginning at the start of July and finishing on the 19th of July. There's also talk that Zwift have built new race routes, including one in Nice, which was going to be the opening stage for the Tour. I guess it still is if it goes ahead in August. There's also talk that they have recreated the Champs-Élysées in Paris for the final stage. So far, 15 teams have signed up, and 10 television channels are showing this, over 130 channels. Leave your comments down below. What do you think to this? Now, my first thought on this was the fact that the ASO are going to take charge on this. They're not going to let Zwift do what Zwift normally do when it comes to the Tour for All or a Team Ineos race or whatever it might be. They're not organising it. They're simply the platform. And I think this could be the moment where Zwift relinquish power over everything and say, you do it and we'll just be the platform. It's similar to what happened with the CVR World Cup. You know, what Frank did and what CVR did on the World Cups was amazing. But Zwift didn't really like the fact that they had no control or no power over it. With the ASO is massive. So they're going, okay, you take control. If they do that and the ASO make a success of this and they bring something new to the party and they show Zwift that Zwift don't need to have control over the broadcasting rights, they don't need to have control over the camera angles, they don't need to have control over any part of the race other than simply being the platform, right? If they can do that, then maybe that'll open up for organisers to actually arrange their own races online and their own tournaments like we see in the real world of gaming. I think it's a good thing. Is it going to be that successful? Are people actually going to watch it? No, I don't think so. I don't think you're going to get anything other than the die-hard Zwift fans. They're always going to watch it because it's Zwift, it's professional cyclists, it's the Tour de France, it's pretty much everything that they love. However, the die-hard real cycling fans, the ones that will go and stand at the side of the road, stand for 6 hours and watch a rider pass for 10 seconds, I don't think they're going to get invested in it. I don't think they're going to believe that this, one, is the future of racing, and two, it's going to be entertaining. I could be wrong, but hey, who am I to judge? Maybe it is going to be a success. I guess we're all a little bit biased here because you tune into this channel, you know that all of us, a lot of us, as Zwift fans, and we all want to see it succeed. But do you think the Tour de France in the virtual world, organised by the ASO, is a good thing? Is it going to be a successful thing? Bear. Answers on a postcard. And then finally, for today's news, and yeah, I know there's loads more stories. There's the fact that I've done 100k in real life out on the open road that I've not even spoke about. Video coming soon whenever I get to edit it. But there's loads of stories, but I just want to pick up on this one, and then we'll kind of start afresh when we get back to the news, rather than hark back through loads of old boring stories. This one, over on Cycling News, they've listed the top 50 most influential people in cycling. And I didn't even make the list. They do make a note in the top paragraph saying that they realise that professional cycling has a long way to go if it wants to reach parity in terms of gender and race. Let's take a look at a few of those influential people. In at 41, Remco Evenepoel, which to say he's kind of only just started his career, really. He's pretty influential. Chloe Dygert in at 34. In at number 30, maybe a surprise to some. Eric Min, he's in there as one of the most influential people within cycling. In at 21, Annemiek van Vleuten, more influential, according to Cycling News, than Mathieu van der Poel. So that's nice. I like that. And here's one. You know I like to talk about him. Lance Armstrong in at number 10. Now, I'm not going to go into it all and tell you who's at number 1, but a couple of questions. First up, who do you think is at number 1? Who is the most influential person within cycling at the minute? It was a surprise to me. Who was there? Potentially a surprise to you. Who knows? But what I want to know is, and I want to make my own list on this, based on your views, based on your votes. Who is the most influential cyclist on YouTube? I don't know what you're thinking. Yeah, it's you, Pritch. Why do you even have to bother asking? We all know it's you. It's not. It's not. And I'm not even doing this to try and get some justification. I don't believe I am influential in any way, shape or form when it comes to cycling, all right? But I know that there's some very good YouTubers out there who also cycle who are very influential. So what I want you to do is list your top 3 most influential cycling YouTubers. Not necessarily the YouTubers you love the most, but the ones that you feel have the biggest influence maybe, or simply your top 3 favourite cycling YouTubers. And once we've got the list, I will compile that and I'll bring you my top 10 most influential... Can I help you?
Hello.
Anyway, I'll bring you my top...
Hello.
I'll bring you my top 10 most...
Hello.
Anyway, I'll bring you my top 10 most influential cycling YouTubers. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this show, make sure you hit that like button. If you've not done already, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you again soon for another cycling news show. Oosh.